Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am Subsistor, and this is your Alpha 5.7 update for Subsistence. There were a number of quality of life changes in the Alpha 5.7 update, along with some new feature additions. Although this particular update might appear light on content, the behind-the-scenes changes were huge! The stage has now been set for significant game content improvements down the road, which is always a good thing. With that in mind, let's dive into what's new, shall we? The latest patch dropped in July 2021, and one of the most significant changes to come from this patch is the implementation of the 64-bit version of the game. This should resolve some issues which have persisted in the game up to this point, including out-of-memory errors and stability problems. The patch will also result in a noticeable increase in performance. Launching the game from Steam should automatically select the 64-bit version. However, there is still the option available to launch the 32-bit version manually if for some godforsaken reason you feel like torturing yourself. Save files should remain intact with the migration and will be moved to a new game directory. If you make backups of your saves and want to know just where they are, check out the Alpha 5.7 update page, linked below for that information. A new deep cave expansion has been implemented. The new cave system goes far deeper than the existing caves, and parts of them have been filled with hot liquid magma. Don't forget to hydrate, those caves are going to be toasty. Within this new cave implementation, there is now a direct connection between the southeast and northwest lakes that is entirely underground. Beware though, given how huge that cave system is now, if you die down there and lose your stuff, getting back to extract it could be, problematic. Furthermore, heat exhaustion and lava are not the only threats down there, chum. There are now deep cave hunters wandering about. You'll recognize them by the gas masks they're sporting and how they look like they just walked out of a coal mine from the 1700s or something. Luckily, they're a little less armored and will rove in smaller packs than the normal hunter groups, so there's that at least. If you're really lucky, you can find the gas masks they wear in the wild, but at this point, you can't craft them at your workbench. What you're more likely to find down there are some of the new deep cave crates. They need to be smashed open with a tool, but will yield higher tier items as a result. They also will have a longer respawn time than a standard crate. Finally, on the cave front, there's even a rumor of additional expansions to other biomes, possibly including the ice caves up near the mountain regions. Dare to dream? Unfortunately for you, those new caves are on different levels than the standard ones, so if you want to get into that hot, steamy cavern, you're going to need a more effective tool than the one you're currently sporting. In that vein, see what I did there? Players can now craft climbing axes at the workbench. This will allow players to ascend or descend any cliff face in the world, including frozen waterfalls. To ascend, just equip your ice axes and face any vertical rock face. You'll see a prompt pop up to begin climbing. To descend, do the same from the top side of a cliff, and a prompt will show, allowing you to climb down from above. Once you're on the rock, you can faff about doing whatever you want with the normal control keys, and move your head separately to see where you're going. While you can jump from the face at any time, be careful that you won't break your legs. Your character should automatically unmount the wall when reaching flat ground, but when climbing upwards, a prompt will instead show, allowing you to vault up onto flat ground. This could be very handy to avoid bears and cougars, provided you have enough lead time to actually mount the wall and skedaddle upwards before they turn your ass into chunky salsa. A side effect of the new cave system is that another change has been made to the health system. When your character gets too hot, they will still dehydrate at the same increased rate as they have before, but will now also start taking damage when hydration reaches 0. You can cool off your character by either taking a swim, stripping your clothes off, or putting central AC in your crib. Ha ha! Listen up, Martha Stewart fans. You can now craft jam jars at your workbench for the low cost of... Jesus, really? 6 crystals? My god, that's not low at all. Like, what the hell, man? That's a little expensive, don't you think? Anyways, they're permanent and reusable. At this point, of course, that could be subject to change. And What do you fill the jar with? Well, unless you've recently suffered some sort of severe head injury, you probably answered jam, you idiot. And you are correct. Jam can be crafted with the aforementioned jar, 2 blueberries, 2 strawberries, and 2 rosehip berries, which means you will need to be collecting berries all year long if you want something other than dry toast for breakfast. Once you have those ingredients, you'll need to cook them at the oven with the boiling pan. When crafted, the jam will provide not only nutrition, but a temporary boost to max health and stamina. Additional minor items have also been changed, including crate and node animations, a loading bar on server join, a fix to a bug where players didn't immediately have control of their character on login, the addition of being able to view Steam profiles from the in-game player list, and, my personal favorite, a new death screen animation. Plants will now stop growing when unwatered, just as they do in nature, and the oxygen tank duration has been buffed by 50%.
Wow.
Glow sticks will now be color-coded based on who's using them. Green for rogues, orange for miners, and red for the deep miners. Finally, a number of additional smaller changes have been made to the game. I will leave a link in the description directly to the patch notes if you're curious and want to read up for yourself. And with that, I think we can call this update a wrap. Thanks for dropping by today to check out my channel. If you've enjoyed this content, please consider leaving a like. Please also consider subscribing if you'd like to be notified whenever I post future game updates. You can also subscribe to me on Twitter and Twitch. Link is in the description. In the meantime, stay safe out there, and as always, watch out for the damn bears.